What up, family? Happy Saturday. I'm happy to see you. Hopefully you happy to see me. It's another one, another vlog. You know the drill. Hey, need you to subscribe to my channel. I need you to like and help me get my comments up. Drop a comment. Listen, I'm outside. These my two, I won't say killers, because pit bulls already got like a bad rep. But these my girls right here. They're from the same litter. This is Masty. Like, she will sunbathe like all day. Like, come on, let's go. See, she's like, she old. She's like, I ain't fooling with y'all. And Sadie, say what's up, Sadie. She's my clinging one. Like, she'll cling to you, she'll follow you everywhere. But these are my two girls right here. These was the only kids we had until Harper came. But now we here. It's gonna be like a home chilling day. I obviously didn't dress for the weather because I'm like sweating already, but you know, it's all good. But no, we're gonna be chilling at home today. My boy G is stopping by. Hey, it's a new thing that I've entered into called Turo. So you may know, may not know about it, but G was on it before me. My wife was trying to get me on it. I'm like, man, I'm not doing this. I'm not like renting my vehicles out. But it's been successful so far. I mean, cha-ching, you know, cha-ching, cha-ching. You know what I mean? So now we're gonna talk about that a little bit. Just cheer here at the house. Very seldomly, I'm always in the car, serve team appreciation, doing something. But we're gonna chill today. Actually, my wife is out of town. We just celebrated 7 years, so we're hitting Vegas in a few days. I'm not gonna vlog that. That's more of a kind of one-on-one thing. But here's a question I got. Like, let's say I go to Vegas and play the slots, right? We know I'm leaving gambling. Hypothetically, a lot of y'all watching me doing that too, so don't front. But hypothetically, if I win big and I come back and I give my ties, is that wrong? Question, it's stuff that make you want to like think about that. Matter of fact, leave in the comments, is it wrong or is it not? Matter of fact, what would your pastor say? Because I'm assuming someone will be like, hey man, just go ahead and slide me that 10%, God bless you. No, but we're gonna chill, man. I'm happy about Vegas. We're staring at Caesar's Palace, so it's a time for us to get away. My mom is a champion. Her and Harper gonna have some girl time, so she's gonna watch Harper for us. But it's a time for us to chill, kind of regroup together. And Vegas is always a place I love going. I'm not too hot about going in July because it's so hot down there, but hey, we should have fun anyway. So chill with me at home today. We're gonna wrap it up with G, talk about Turo, talk about vehicles, talk about some other stuff. Actually getting the Acura clean when my wife is out of town. I try to be a good husband. I try my best to be. So I'm gonna show you kind of like what a car looks like when you got a kid. Those with small children know, and Harper be doing a job on that back seat. So we're gonna try to get that taken care of. My guy Marion with Car Groomers is coming. You know me, always keep my cars clean. May not have the most expensive cars, but I keep them clean. And before we hit to the next segment, hey, do me a favor, breathe in, breathe out. If you could do that, you're blessed. Make today count. See you in a little bit. Yo, look, I ain't got no cars here. Somebody stole my cars, bro. Like, my cars is gone. I don't know what happened overnight. But yo, no, this is unfamiliar for me. All my vehicles is out. I had to bum the Acura, and it's not bumming it. I like really like this joint, like for real. Like, I need this. Like, I'm about to text my wife right now and say, let me take it off of you. I'll give you $50 and some food stamps. It's like something, man. I need this joint, but not here. Hey, I want to talk about this Turo thing. G right there.
What's up?
G came to yell at me. Listen, funny story, and I'm gonna give my wife credit every 2 seconds in this, right? So she was talking to me like, hey, you know, she's an entrepreneur like I am, and I mean, she's a hustler. Told y'all in like one of the other videos, that's why, you know, hey, that's why I was like, will you? Because she is a hustler, and I couldn't be tied with nobody that wasn't like going and kind of willing to kind of try things and kind of let's go. So, but no, she was approaching me about this Turo thing, whatever this was at that time, right? And like, I'm all about my cars, y'all know, right? My Yukon, just got the Honda. I did all the 1.5 videos and showing y'all got the the chrome delete on there, switch. I'm all about them. Got the tint, got 20% on the front. If you can see me, I ain't in it. You know, all that stuff I'm doing, right? So she was like, I was like, nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't putting my cars. Let somebody else rent my junk out and like scratch it up, do whatever, and think, nah, I'm good on that. So she was like, all right. I know, I could tell she was frustrated, right? So it's like a Saturday, I think, and I'm talking to G, and talking to him, wrapping it up. And he's like, yeah, man, you know, this Turo joint said he had his truck on there. I'm like, for real? I'm like, tell me some more about it. So I went up to my wife, like, hey, you're talking to G. She's like, oh, so it take Gary to tell you about it? Now you want to get on board with it? So we talked about it. We got a MDX that my wife had. Now, not this one, but the one before this model that I do not like. So we started, I mean, we put that joke on there, started like, boom, hitting it, right? Thankfully, we did a lot of research on Turo, of course. A lot of, I mean, you can see, if you look on YouTube, man, you'll see pros and cons, right? You see people never do it. You'll say people that's all about it. When it comes to that, it's all about making a decision for yourself. It's like, you know, whether you want to do it or not, read the details, read the fine print, make the decision for yourself. But I'm telling you, so far, now we're brand new. I'm not like 3 years in it like some people, but we we do have like several trips underneath our belt now. But the MDX has done great. Rented that out. I mean, it's been all the way to Denver for several days. It's out right now. So, you know, I was thinking, I was like, man, I'm driving this Honda. I was like, man, I wonder what this Honda would do if I put it on there. You know, my Honda, you know, Betty White, you know, my Honda, you know what I mean? So the Ghost, the whip, nah, I'm kidding. But, so I put that on there like, actually, the last video, the last vlog, we was going to the SERV team appreciation, and I put that Honda on there that day, right? Jai was with me that morning. We took the pictures, blah, 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 uploaded it. Like, got out the movie, Black Widow, had a booking. Called G, another booking came in. I'm like, bro, this joke is going nuts. By midnight on Sunday, it's like 2 days, I had 5 bookings already on the Accord. So that's out right now. Cool guy came in from out of town, did the delivery for that. We'll get into you know, some delivery fees and all that other stuff. But again, we're not experts at it, but I'm just gonna give you my experience. My experience has been good. Hey, it's bringing in, it's a good passive income generator. Now, again, I'm sure we'll run into, at some point, a guest who may not treat my car the best. Number one advice on Turo, can't be attached to your cars. If you're attached, it's not gonna work. Like, you're gonna get it back and you're gonna be like, forget this, they spilled dirt on this, blah, blah, blah. Can't be attached, but just know, you know what I mean, if something happened, you know, claims or whatever, do that. So, G you got your F-150?
Yeah, F-150. I got a 2020 F-150. And that's what happened when Justin called me. My truck it actually had an issue where I took it to get an oil change, and he messed my oil up. So it was in a shop, and I told him about Turo. Well, Tanisha brought it up.
She was on it.
And she was on it, and then we just started talking about the issues that I was having. Is it a good thing to do? And I was just like, yeah, man, it's going. Because the reason why I got into it is because with the new cars, like, it's a computer chip that's missing. So my truck was just sitting. So I was like trying to figure out a way to make the car payment and earn extra money too while my wife was in school. So that's how I got into it. But it's been doing good. A lot of people's off right now, working from home. You got a car just sitting there, you might as well let it make money for you. So, yeah.
So like, what the heck is Turo, right? So Turo is essentially, this is how I hear people describe it. It is the best way to describe it. It is the Airbnb of cars, right? So, you know, Airbnb came out, people, you know, skeptical about that. Initially, like, this is like a word of wisdom, so I feel like, you know, I'm about to preach jar or something like that, man. But initially, when you have an idea, don't expect others to jump on top of it when it's a God-given idea that he's giving you, because it won't make sense to others, right? Had no idea I was about to. Maybe I've been saved. I've been praying last night. That's what it is. But listen, I mean, that's real talk though. When you have something, because sometimes we have it at GB1, and we talked about this before, man, and we want other people, like, we shared and they don't get excited, so we kind of be like, man, maybe, but God didn't give it to you. He gave it to you. So some ideas will sound crazy to others until you do it and it's successful, and then people like, I guess that does make sense. So of course Airbnb, and people like, you know, I ain't about to rent from Gary's house and go stay at somebody else's house and blah, blah, blah. But you really think about it, hotel, I mean, somebody stayed there the previous day before you got there. So essentially, but Airbnb, that kind of, when all people start doing that, kind of peer-to-peer rental. So that's what Turo is, essentially. It's a peer-to-peer rental, car rental program. So the reason why I believe, in looking at the market, why it's so hot right now, and in other areas, it's not like, this is not something new, by the way, right? So it's been around for a few years. Some people have been on it. I'm just now getting on it. The Kansas City market, I wouldn't say it's that hot on it yet. There's several cars on there, but it's not, we're not like the big cities like Atlanta, Houston, all that, where it's just kind of going crazy. But it's a peer-to-peer rental program. When Airbnb, that took off and kind of competed with the hotels and things like that. The reason why I believe Turo's doing so well right now is because of the chip shortage G was talking about. So, I mean, you can drive past any lot, you'd be like, where the cars at? So they have a hard time getting cars. During the pandemic, what a lot of the rental cars, like your Hertz, your Avis, all of those, what they did is sold their cars off because nobody was traveling, they weren't renting. So in trying to re-up their inventory, I should say, it's kind of hard because you got the chip shortage. So assembly lines, I know I had a C8 on what do you call that? Anyway, I had a deposit on a C8 and I took my deposit back. Share that with you. But guys, I'm the Z06, I'm waiting. Y'all gonna see me in a C8 like on this video. I'm like all over the place right now. But anyway, so Turo. So that's the reason why that's so successful is now because it's so hard. And I mean, the rental company adds inventory because new cars are so slow at coming out. So the peer-to-peer rental is a good deal. So like I said, it's been good for me. It's been good for G. Hey, so G, what would you say, man? Like the top 2 tips you would tell somebody that is either, they're thinking about Turo or just now getting into it?
A lot of times when I tell people about Turo, it's like, well, man, this is my car, and like, well, what happens if it get wrecked and stuff like that. That's why when Justin was saying you can't really be attached to your car, but with Turo you have different levels of insurance that you can get. So Turo, they already have the insurance covered for you. So if something does happen, they'll be responsible for it, and then they'll cut you the check even if it get totaled out. They're gonna cover the car. So that's number one. Number two, you might want to have somebody helping you with the deliveries, because you don't want to take it to the airport and then you may be Ubering back or something like that. So that's why it helps, even with me and you with our wives, they help us to drop the car off or drop the truck off and then bring it back. So just figuring that out. If y'all got any questions, just hit us up on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put G stuff in the description. Boom, put his details right there. Hey, my top 2 would be, I said that already. The first one, don't be attached to it. But when you're thinking about cars, like to put on Turo, right? It's a lot of ways you can go. The route we went was we used cars we already had, right? So that's like expenses already had. So I'm just trying to flip those expenses to being not expenses, but flip those cars from being just kind of sitting liabilities to assets on the road that are making money for me. So that's what they're doing right now. But second thing would be, I'm gonna give you 3, man. Third thing, that's the third thing, would be margins, right? So when you're thinking about a vehicle to put on there, look at your margins, because you can be full, you can see, and you can look at, this male lady yelled at me, but you can look at like different cars on Turo, you know what I mean? You can see, like, man, this one's going for $215 a day, right? Or this one's going for $85 a day. Like my Honda's not that much per day. So I guarantee you, what I mean, if you look at some of them and they're, $220, they like, man, they pulling it in, right? They're earning a lot. But what are their margins, right? What are their expenses? Because, they got like a $1,500 car note, they gonna need to book it that much to do it. But if mine, if my car is paid for, and I'm renting mine for 80 something a day, my margins is way better. So it's all about margins. So don't necessarily look at something that, hey, let me get something that's gonna be so expensive per day, and know that's 4th tip, man. And know your market, right? Know your area, know what people are looking for. This is really not an exotic car area like in Atlanta or Houston or something like that. In Kansas City, it's not. But what you do is you have a lot of commuters coming in for business and things like that. So maybe a Toyota Prius, or it's a Toyota Prius, something like that. Economy Hemi car would do extremely well. You know, that's why my Honda's doing so well now. So that's kind of my, you know, our Turo dig, our Turo dump. Anything else on Turo G?
No, that's pretty much all I had. Yeah, that's it.
So I don't know if you can see this. Oh, look at this. I'm gonna show you something right here. Like, don't make fun of my phone either. It's like I still got the home button, yo. You know what I mean? Don't do that. So I'm gonna show y'all some all transparency. We just been on there for a little bit. This ain't no false or nothing, but this is just so you see the upcoming earnings part. You know what I mean? And that's just for being on there just a little bit. So I mean, it's a good deal. You see July. That's just so far, but if you look at, you know what I mean, the upcoming earnings part, you look at August, so I mean, it's a good deal.
This is
See,
for
G killing me,
the
man.
last
He
couple
trying to floss
months.
on me,
Nah,
man.
you good, man. This is the last couple months, and then the upcoming earnings will be $13.70. So it'll definitely pay that car note and some.
So do it. Hey, if you don't want to do the work, right? You like, I got a vehicle, but I don't even want to do the work. If you watch this and you know me, you know, hey, I'll take that car off on you. I'll put that car on Turo for you, you know what I mean? I give you, you know, I'll buy you lunch every now and then. We'll work something out. But nah, yo, so that's our dig on Turo. Like I said, man, we're not, that's tips that we learn off the bat, right? I ain't even got into kind of, you know, the thing of trackers and all of that. I mean, it's so much more. It's a lot of good people giving some good information on Turo. It's a lot of cats that I would just suggest not be on there. I mean, they're doing videos about how horrible it is. And again, there are those experiences that are not so good, but overall, you know, your customer service and all that, it can be a pretty decent experience and help you out. So, hey, that's kind of like, that's a new vlog for today. I'm gonna start my own playlist, Turo, you know what I mean? Nah, but hey, great looking out, man. Appreciate y'all for joining me another Saturday, right? I think it's gonna rain here, man, but you see the act right here. The guy's on his way to detail that for me. Car groomers, Mary and my guy. So get that cleaned up. My wife's gonna come back to a clean car. I'm gonna go in here, clean the house a little bit, I guess. I don't know, it's not dirty, but do some laundry. Y'all know those towels, right? We talked about those towels. You know, I gotta go do the towels, make sure they folded right, make sure they in the cabinet kind of lined up, you know, don't judge. But no, hey, Faith family, Kansas City, another Saturday, hanging with your boy. Before you jump off this video, especially if you watched it to the end, I appreciate that. But hey, subscribe, comment, like. Do those three things for me. Subscribe, comment, like. Subscribe, comment, and I'm kidding. I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Boo!